So, Cypher and Team Fractic on cache now.
This map should bring us some interesting rounds, you know, with the fact of the two heavyweight AWPers going at it. So we'll be interesting to see where they play these AWPs. If, you know, if it's going to be a stagnant mid AWP on that white box there, or just from the Z connector, or you know, and then playing boost spot, or if they're going to be, you know, dueling it out over at B.
Fractic a little overzealous with their knife there, but nevertheless coming out on top. Team Fractic should be choosing to switch, I would say. Yes, in fact they have, of course. Why would you not? You want to get those early rounds on the board and build your confidence up for T-side.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what Fractic do here. I mean, sort of a very strong first pistol round that I have seen come out is, you know, a 1-3-1 where you play one A site just on the back fence, just spotting that A push, and then you put the 3 in mid, one close up vent, one Z, one white box, with the Z guy being for the fast rotate, and the same with the guy in vent, and the guy highway for the fast rotate back to A, and then just one guy floating inside on B. So
they have actually opted for a... Oh, I thought it was going to be a 3-man A, but they're rotating one back towards B right now. So maybe a little bit of miscommunication for the standard 2-1-2.
Yeah, it looks like, yeah, so 2-1-2.
T's are heavy stacked towards A right now. 3 men in Squeaky. And I have a feeling they're about to explode out onto site. Once A main gets pushed, and here comes the push. Blank straight out. Scode will find the head immediately, finds the head of a second. And Chris Magnum trying to help his teammate out there. Can't save him. But nevertheless, waiting for his teams to rotate. Bomb getting fake planted here, and I think the CTs are going to get this round if they do push just in time. Chris Magnum pushing in, finding the head of one, and JT on quad. Last player C-Bear in mid. Up against 2 CTs to retake, only on 28 HP. This is probably not going to go well for him. He pushes recklessly into sight. With that Glock, lucky not to die there. As Chris peeks him from quad.
Bit of a dance off going on here.
Yeah.
We say that Steve picking up the kill onto him there.
Both teams just trying to bait out the peak. But CT's coming out on top. And a good retake there. It looked like Cypher might have taken the site there, but yeah, those initial headshots just
Scope with those shots was very, very nice. I mean, just as they peek out one, and then, you know, missed a couple, then picked up the second guy. But Chris Magnum playing that very well with the fact, you know, he used the smoke to his advantage, just playing against that smoke, knowing they're pushing into sight, and just waiting for his teammates. You know, once his teammates arrived, they just started the retake, and, you know, I don't know what the decision was with Cypher to force a fake plant there. And they could have stuck the plant and had the money going into this round. And they could have actually come out with a 3rd round buy, so...
T-side with a little bit of an engagement there. One of the CTs pushing through into A main. C-Bear taking some damage. But no big deal right now. It does look like they have rotated back towards mid. And if they go out here, I don't think it's going to end well for them. They're just going to get shot down. And it looks like they actually have changed their minds and headed back towards B. But with the 2-player stack there, they're going to have a little bit of trouble pushing into sight. Those SMGs will do a lot of damage very, very quickly. Jeezy will be looking for an opening pick here. But CT's already aware. They've heard the scope. The pop flash is coming in. And CT should be on the rotate right now. Reloaded. Will take out Willie KS. And a second. Steve taking out JT, but Blank with the trade. And T's with great control of the B bomb site right now. Smoking off CT. And waiting for that uppers player to push.
Bomb has been planted.
Chaotic Ninja did mention in chat, so interrupt there, but Chaotic Ninja did mention in chat that stream is buffering every 5 seconds. And he has got a decent connection, so not quite sure what's going on with OBS, well not OBS, but just Twitch in general. I know I've had a similar issue on my own stream the other night, so...
Yeah, it's not always about download speed though, mate. I mean, it might be your try refreshing page or something like that.
Could be the route taken to the server as well. So if anyone else is having issues, please let us know. So I think it might, at this stage, it looking like it might be chaotic. So
yeah, my stream looks fine as well. Scope and his teammate pushing into Squeaky there and taking down Reloaded early in the round, picking up a gun for their trouble. CT's on a full eco right now though, no armor on any of them. So the T's just need to play this smart and hope that the CTs make a mistake. And once they do, I think they should just capitalise on it immediately. And
it looks like we're watching the mistake unfold right now. CT's a heavy stack towards B. You know, making the assumption here that they've, you know, the T's got B easily last round. They're sort of assuming that sort of thing again, but just rotating a little bit too early, and they're a bit heavy stacks. So
the player on A site will have heard those footsteps, and is he calling for the rotate? It doesn't look like it. One of the CTs is going to push out into B main, and now the rotate's in. CT's finally realising what's happened. Sending one to Flank, but Blank aware of it.
In that smoke, Biggie playing in that smoke.
Biggie going massive
for his team right now. Wow.
Seabear though also going huge with a good 2 slowdown. Willie KS picking up Seabear, and CT's coming out on top. A good rotate. Biggie just holding down that site.
Biggie just sitting in that smoke, patiently waiting, hearing them run past. They push out, thinking they have sight, and Biggie just comes out of nowhere with a P250, hitting the one guy in the head, picking up the Famous, re-peeking, taking out the second guy, and then going down to a third. But you know, his job was done on that first kill. He threw the T's into confusion and not knowing where he came from.
Oh, Steve with a great pick at the start there. Onto Jeezy as he peeks out mid. T-side on a bit of a half-by right now. AK's on Seabear and Blank, and Tech 9 armor on JT Reloaded. I believe Jeezy also had a pistol. So they are going to try and win this round. Seabear just getting boosted up over mid there, but that might be a mistake. Steve could pick him off here if he is quick enough. Seabear not exposing himself though. Interesting. He's expecting that offer to be there. And T-side rotated completely back towards B. Willie KS coming out of vent, but Seabear in the right position to take him out. Luckily enough, bringing it back to a 4v4. And now rotating back through mid to join his team at B. And the push is on at B. Flashes and smokes are going into sight right now. CT smoked off, and JT trying to spray down inside. Chris Magnum though, taking 2 down from backside, and Blank and Seabear both players with an AK. Seabear will take down Steve and a second on Chris Magnum. So Seabear really coming through for his team right now. They needed those frags to take sight, and they will get another bomb plant. Let's go to Biggie trying to retake now. Pop flashes coming out from both sides. Scope coming out the better though, and picking up Seabear to win the round for CTs.
Very well timed there by Scope. I mean, Scope and Biggie there, you know, pushing in. Scope just seeing that flash at the last second, being able to turn for it, and his teammate there just be able to, you know, hit the guy in the side and do a bit of damage, and then, you know, going down to the guy on site. But, you know, nonetheless, you can't take... That was a very good push by the T side. I mean, they got into sight, they had the guys really low, they got bombed down, but just not being able to close out. So map's looking very even at this point, you know, for both teams. It's sort of... It's just mainly coming down to Angels at this point.
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed Cypher didn't win that round. I mean, they bought up for it, and that's going to hurt their economy as well. Like, they're very, very low right now. Biggie, though, doesn't even care. Just pushing straight into A main with that MP9, finding 2 heads. Now, Scope taking down Jersey as Blank comes around the corner and takes him out quad. Chris Magnum, Steve and Willie KS trying to retake against JT and Blank. He's looking for another plant here, but I don't think they're going to get it. They are getting surrounded very, very quickly. Blank peeking out. Starting to play a forklift, but Willie KS from over the top. That is a great spot to play. And JT now, the last player at quad, will go down. Yeah, jumping over onto red box is a fantastic way to retake on A.
The very, very nice play coming out, I mean, from the T-side there, or not being able to capitalise on the trades again, coming out of the Angels, but those smokes are very, very nice to see, you know? You got the smoke blocking off the truck, then you got a smoke landing in front of Fork, giving the player enough gap to push across the yellow lines, in around the box, and take the guy out that's actually playing quad. Smoking off the guy quad, completely isolating him, so you're isolating him from his teammate at forklift, so you push the forklift guy, drop him, come around, push the guy, and, you know, drop the guy that's playing under, I think it's called MBK or Aircon, as some refer it to, but very, very nice play.
CT's on an eco with a hard push into A right now. Flash is coming in and CT should have no trouble holding down the site. CT's do push in, reloaded, taking down Scope finally. A kill of his own and a second onto Jeezy. And it looks like, yes, they will actually get a plant here. Reloaded, managing to stick it.
And Steve just smashing him in the side of the head with the AWP there.
Yeah, but I think T-side achieved exactly what they came there to do, just sticking that bomb plant, getting that money in bank, and they will be on a full buy. They do need to start getting around on the board though. I mean, 5-1, it is a heavily CT-sided map, but if they don't start to get rounds now, it's going to get harder as the half goes on.
Yeah, but I mean also, again, there's been several rounds where, you know, where these guys could actually plant the bomb, but they don't. You've got a guy playing from quad with a bomb in his back. Just, you know, you know you're going to lose the round, get the bomb down. It's money for your team to be able to rebuy. You know, once Blue Shell kicks in, you've got that as well as a buffer to work with, but for some reason just seeming very hesitant to go for that plant and just, you know, force the CTs to push into you under pressure rather than, you know, bombs not down, CTs don't care. You know, they'll just play the angles and wait for you to make the mistake, where if you put the bomb down, it could be a different story. Even in the 2v4.
So he's looked to be going towards A once again. Lots of flashes raining right now. Balcony and highway smoked off, so...
Biggie's going to get taken from behind. Not going to see this, as I say that, managing to take one. Great use of mollies and nades here from the CTs. And again, bomb not going down. This is costing them rounds. They get control of site. They had a good, you know, 8 seconds there where they could actually get the bomb down and reposition. I mean, I just don't understand it. It's not making any sense to me at this point. Why they're not planting bomb.
Yeah, I think the CTs are just going for an aggressive retake and he's just not having a chance to. But the CTs playing so close and pushing smokes, they can't risk sticking that plant. They need to go for the frag before they can plant.
That is true, but looking at that round, and you know, there's 2 other example rounds where they had the site, they killed both A players, they knew the retake was coming, they had, you know, a good 6+ seconds to plant the bomb. You know, it only takes, I think, 4 seconds to get the bomb down. And, you know, play the retake, force the CTs to make a mistake, you know, in the pressure of trying to get that bomb defused. But just, yeah, again, that round, costing them that round. Looks like they will be going towards B heavy. Again, sort of a B push does work a lot more effectively if if you do the crisscross smoke in mid, get the push into the vent, have 2 guys there, have 3 guys coming from main. It sort of does throw a little confusion towards the CT side, you know, whether you're going to be going B and committing or not. But nonetheless, them being able to capitalise 1 frag and the 2nd frag coming out, so that they do have B site.
Bomb finally getting planted once on B. And CT's only 3 men trying to retake. I don't think they're even going to go for it. Looks like they're headed back towards A to save these guns. And that's definitely the right move right now.
Yeah, well,
they're going to be able to drop next round, so...
Yeah, they've got the rounds. Great call, you know, great discipline. You know, they could have made the call, but, you know, they don't have the economy at all. Although they have the rounds, they don't have the economy to back it up.
Yeah, that's the problem with winning too many rounds in a row. I mean, you might get ahead, but once you lose 1, and your money's already low, you could drop potentially another 2. And I mean, that's exactly what the T side needs to think about right now. If we can take down these guys, get their guns off them, they're going to be economically fucked, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, once you damage the economy, it works really, really well. But again, just as we've seen, you know, with teams of higher caliber, just very, very slow, concise, accurate games being played, you know, with smokes being on time, just, you know, the criticality of everything landing perfectly, and you know, it goes to show it at a lot higher level. And Chris Magnum falling to the smoke, thinking it's a flashbang, but nonetheless, picking up 1 kill by getting traded instantly. Almost, T-side almost losing bomb there though, throwing bomb forward.
Oh, Willie Chaos with a cheeky push through
The
smoke, picking up 2. Wow, how did that happen?
Fractic are now just showing no respect. They're pushing in everywhere, just, you know, pincering and just applying the pressure. Oh, and this great play from Scout there, just playing inside A main, waiting. You would have heard him in checker for sure, and just thought, you know, I'll wait, just play the line and, you know, get the kill, and now he's fallen back. So this will definitely be putting Cypher on the back for a little bit going into their CT side. I mean, then again, you know, Cypher could be doing the exact opposite of what, you know, and do what Fractic are doing to them.
Yeah, it's a heavily CT-sided map. I mean, you can't really... I mean, it's only 7-2 right now. There's plenty of rounds left. They can hopefully get at least another 2, but I'm not sure. I mean, Team Fractic are just locking them down. I don't know what they can do right now to change it up.
See, I don't like this now, what they've done. They're changing what they were doing. This could cost them the round. I mean, they've got Biggie with an AWP. I don't get this. It was working for them as it was. You know, there's no need to have that second AWP come out. It just... Very, very peculiar, you know, around this one.
Yeah,
they're actually able to capitalize.
Only 2 men on A, and the push is going to come into the B side on A. Biggie will AWP up close, will find Seabear through smoke, going for a second no-scope, but getting pushed. Oh, Blank just can't finish him. Does finally find him through smoke, but yeah, that AWP definitely not helping the CTs there.
Got Scope. Oh, Scope trying to make a smoke play. But again, as I said, why change it? It was working. And now it's just basically fallen apart with the fact that, you know, there was no need for that second AWP. All the guys were doing fine with where they were, but again, that decision costing them the round. I mean, then again, don't count Chris Magnum out. Oh, as I said, he nearly, leaving reloaded on 50, nearly clutching the 1v2 there for the defuse, but that AWP by actually doing damage to a fair amount of damage to the economy. I mean, the economy was already buckled, but for the lack of a better word, but you know, now they're on eco. So now is Cypher's chance to actually, you know, get some dominance and pick up these last few rounds.
Yeah, it'll be up to them not to screw this up now, basically. I mean, they could win this round and maybe get the second, but CTs are going to be on full play once again. Reloaded taking down Scout is going to help. But I think they might only win this round, then it's going to be back to normal. CTs will be caught up and just hopefully Team Fractic will be holding down bomb sites once again.
But again, the comfort thing set in for the CTs there. You know, they got comfortable and changed what they were doing, and it worked against them. So that there already can put doubt in their play. You know, their mentality could have shifted now from the fact of, you know, well, what cost us that round, throwing the confusion, but when really it was just a, you know, a buy from a gun. And yep, and there comes the expectance from Reloaded. Great game sense there, realizing, you know, there's a smoke, someone could be in it. He was in there last round, you know, a few rounds ago. Great read.
Yeah, suspicious smoke is suspicious. I mean,
yep.
anyone who plays CS really should know that.
Spam smoke, if it looks sus, throw a clip at it.
That's it.
Oh, that smoke smoking connector failing.
CT's actually going for a double eco here. They could have fought, but the discipline, saving for those gun rounds and looking for, you know, a full buy with full nades in the next round. So Tees should win this pretty convincingly. Last player coming through vent now, and he will get sprayed down to 14. Scope just trying to get a shot here, but I think this nade will finish him off. And Easy with a bit of a Kobe there.
Bit of a risky thing. I mean, albeit, you know, good discipline, but I hope they don't pick up a second AWP here. I think he's got the money for it, but I don't think he should.
I don't think he'll make that mistake again.
Oh,
Surely not.
Good. He has not made that mistake again. He's gone back for the rifle, you know, and just doing what he's done best, just playing that rifle position. It's just 2 AWPs on a map like Case just doesn't work very well. You're slow for rotate and you're slow for retake.
Yeah, and all of a sudden, Cypher has closed the gap to a 2-round deficit. I mean, that's what we've been talking about this whole time. It's just teams getting too comfortable, making mistakes and then dropping rounds, and before you know it, look at this, Cypher's got the momentum now, they're getting the frags right now.
And that's the thing, that's that whole doubt factor that I brought up earlier, you know, the fact of what cost us that round, guys, and not being able to figure it out and realise actually it was a misfire of the gun, you know, and yeah, you know, as you say, the momentum's now shifted, and Woolly KS though, trading out GZ there, but Scope, Steve going down.
Yeah, it was very lucky to get that shot. CTs are very, very low. 2 players are 1 bullet away from death, and Seabear taking them both out. Now it's just Scope in a 1v3, and I don't think he's going to be able to do this. Seabear will peek out. Scope does find his head.
Bomb's not down yet.
Bomb's not down, yeah. It does look like they are going to rotate towards A.
And Scope, just the game experience and the knowledge, just expecting this push.
Yeah, Scope's he's gonna get chopped in half here, no matter which way he goes. He's got a player at quad and a player A main. As soon as he goes for that defuse, A main's gonna peek him, and if he doesn't spot the player quad, he'll get peeked from there as well.
Don't count out just yet. He has got utilities to work with.
He played that smart. He mollied out the quad player and didn't expose himself to A main. Just a little unlucky not to get that frag there.
And the T's making a mistake, mollying bomb. You know, basically forcing his quad player into a non-favourable position there, but, you know, Blank just having the better aim in the moment and picking up the kill on the Scope. But, you know, here comes the doubt factor for Fractic again. They now are on eco. You know, it's a role reversal and they're 7-6.
Yeah.
You know, Cypher's got that momentum and they're not slowing down by any means.
No, they're definitely going to take advantage of this and get as many rounds as they can. We could be seeing an 8-7 half here. I think once Team Fractic get their guns back, they're going to play a lot more passive and smart.
Yeah.
And possibly pick up the last round, but for now, this is definitely the T-Guys round. Cypher just making short work of these pistols at range.
Looks like the T's have got full confidence now. They're pushing for that hunt for that gun. They want that gun out of Steve's hands. Oh, Biggie! Wow, just wow.
He's going big with that deagle, but
left himself in a 1v1. Just again the hasty decision making. They're just, you know, pushing in, knowing he has no time. He had no kit. Nonetheless, great eco. You know, the fact of pulling all the economy down that far. For the seaside there, you know, having 1 gun left.
Yeah, but I thought that as well, but if you look at their money, they're actually so well bought. Like, they have so much cap right now, it doesn't even matter.
That is true.
A lot of damage on T side at the start of the round there. JT and Reloaded. Reloaded, I believe, got tagged by an AWP shot. And Steve unlucky not to get the kill there. JT copying a nade. And that will have slowed them down. I believe the CTs will win this round. They're going to hear this player boosting. And they do have a CT in mid ready to deal with this. Oh, Biggie just getting mollied out of vents. Looks like the T's were onto him. UKS though in mid. We'll find Seabear. Jay-Z getting the trade frag in a 4v4. As Blank peeks out a Squeaky. Finding Scope inside A. And only 1 player there now. They need to go fast. The CT's already on the rotate. 1 player truck. And And one player peeking Z in mid, gotta come up highway. Knocks it down and T's are pushing into sight. But is it too late? The CT's already here.
Oh, great shot from Chris Magnum. Great shutdown from the guys.
And a 1v1 now for the last round of this half. Chris Magnum coming out on top and Team Fractic 8 for 7. Cypher bringing it back. I believe they were down 7-2 at one point and just clawing the rounds back.
Again, that one round for that AWP buy costing them momentum. Just poor choice in weapon. There was no Biggie died. There was no need for the AWP. He was doing well with the M4, but I'm not too sure. I mean, we're not in their team speak, so we're not too sure what the communication was like. But I think again, as I said, that comfort factor sets in, and it's I'll pick up the AWP here and see how we go with it. And you've seen how you go. It's your team's, the big lead your team had is gone.
Seaver picked up 2 headshots there and blankly one onto Steve as they push into A. T-side can get the plant now. It's exactly what they need for the first round. It doesn't matter if they lose, they just need that money. Bomb will go down and 4 CTs on the retake. 1 pushing A main, 2 from CT, 1 highway. And T's should go down very easily here. Scope and Chris Magnum finding 2 but getting pushed from the other side. And Jeezy with 2 great headshots.
Cypher looking a lot stronger on pistol round on this map here, so...
It'd be interesting to see if the team buy here. I mean, they got the bomb down. It doesn't look like they are going to, so we could be seeing a 3rd round buy. Yeah, it's a full eco.
It's a sensible thing to do. Had Cypher done this exact same thing, in their first pistol round, it could have been a very big difference in round deficit towards the, until that early round that they had where they bought the 2 AWPs. Being they actually did not plant bomb on the first round, just hesitating and sort of taking those engagements.
Pushing into A, but getting sprayed down as they come out of Squeaky. Blank and Jeezy, just absolutely wrecking them as they pushed onto site.
That was a bit of a slaughter, to say the least.
Well, they put down the smoke, but yeah,
just proving ineffective, and it's more of a hindrance than anything else, to be honest. That smoke could have been better used across the forklift gap.
Yeah, I mean, once you hear Squeaky open, all you got to do is hold down mouse 1.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if there's smoke there or not.
Put an egg gab on to it, it'll be interesting.
T-side choosing not to go for a 3rd round buy, instead ecoing once again. Ooh, good nade coming in. Did a little bit of damage onto all the T's. 3 of them. Oh, and then the random pre-fire in mid connecting with Chris Magnum. Take him down to 27. I'd be calling hacks on that. What was that?
Yeah, it's quite a common pre-fire though, which is nice to see it being used.
Oh, T's desperately crossing into mid, but just lining up.
You can just hear that Empire one is rattling off with Jeezy there.
Yeah, T's a little bit desperate to take a bomb site, and I don't think they really thought that one through.
Yeah, again though, it looks like the momentum, I mean, it'll be interesting to see this buy round, but at this stage it's looking like that momentum loss, that Fractic, they've lost that momentum from that one particular round, and yeah, going forward, it's going to be interesting now to see if they can claw it back. Turning off iPad. Using the tactical pause here with the player that's lagging out.
He says he's lagging, but I can see 23 ping, mate.
Yeah,
come to WA and try and play on Sydney service. It's pretty great.
I was waiting for that to come out.
Yep. Like I said, I'll complain about it if I can.
Yeah, so it's pretty interesting, turn of events with the way Cypher's been playing. They turn those rounds around. They took advantage of the slower ability of an AWPer and realizing that there was actually two and just counteracting it very, very well and just putting themselves on the front foot. And they've you know, looks at this stage, they've hit the afterburners and just not stopping.
Taser are going to have to do something special here if they want to break the momentum. But Cypher confidence through the roof now. Jeezy just pushing straight up mid. And he challenged the AWPer, and the AWPer saw him but missed the shot.
Which is very, very strange. I mean, normally most AWPers make that shot, especially if the guy's out in the open. Oh, I'm loving this boost from the 2 on B. They're going to see this player. If he steps him further back towards that white box, they will see him. But, oh, dropping down, just not picking him up. Very cheeky boost, which is nice to see it being used.
Playing this one very slow. They do get an opening pick onto blanket A, and Bomb is headed that way, so it looks like they are going to try and execute. Flashes and smokes coming in now. Seabear in a great position, does spray down 2 as they push into sight. Jeezy joins him from balcony, and Seabear with a third. Last player, but A main. Willie KS trying to push in now, but I don't think he's going to be able to do it. JT and Reloaded know exactly where he is. Pop flashing through smoke will go down to Reloaded from truck. And Cypher looking pretty strong right now. I don't know if the T's are going to be able to bring this one back.
Yeah, like I said, they've lost all their momentum, so it's just looking... It's kind of turned into a one-sided game at this point. So, I mean, Fractic could possibly do a super aggro push onto B, you know, on a buy round. They haven't really hit B that much, and... be the way, but getting shut down massively. Just no chance. Just getting dominated as they're trying to push into sight there. That looked like it was a game of bowling just then. Each player just dropping one after the other.
That's right. Did you see that crouch crab walk spray as well?
Yeah. Again, you know, crouch crab walking is a very effective thing if you can master the, you know, the spray control.
Again, that nade over mid. Doing damage on the scope immediately at the start of the round. Steve copying a nade, but does get the kill on the flank. So another total loss there. T's with the man advantage right now. And he will get mollied off and drop down.
Oh, the player coming through the vent there, though. JT just waiting to see if he's going to be put back up on the boost.
Yeah, he will molly it off and prevent the AWPer from getting up there again. It doesn't look like his teammates are going to boost him up again. And Bomb headed towards B at the moment. Willie KS going for an opening frag, but CT's not giving them anything to work with at the moment. Playing it very passive and using their smokes correctly. Seabear picking off Scout as he tries to push into A. Oh, and a second onto Willie KS.
Seems to be that desperation mode set in now. People are just trying to make the plays and just not being able to. And, you know, having Steve with an AWP T-side, again, it does kind of hinder them in a sense. I mean, he's the type of player you just leave out in mid. But if your team's not able to take side effectively and you get in there and, you know, get the bomb down to allow you to play that sort of, you know, lurk position with the AWP, it's not really that effective, especially for a site take at pace. Steve opting for a Galil there, so...
Yeah, I think they know that if they do lose this round, it could be GG for them. So they're going to try anything right now. Probably going for an A execute here. The smokes are being set up. Again,
Fractic are not utilising B very often, and the CTs have read this, and they, you know, they've got 3 on A. It's a heavy stack towards A. They're walking straight into it.
Oh, good pop flash there, preventing them from pushing through into A. And that forklift smoke once again with a gap in the smoke. I'm not sure if that's intentional.
the little gap by the red container.
Yeah.
That is intentional. It's so that they can actually get around the red container to then. The only difference is they don't put the smoke down on the actual pipes. Fractic actually making work of this round, which is nice to see.
Yeah, they've taken A successfully and the CT side. Reloaded the
reloaded
last
though.
player in A main. Picking up Chris Magnum, but I think
Don't
as
count
soon
him out
as he
too
pushes
fast.
here...
I mean, these guys are very low.
Oh, the pre-fire coming in, so strong right now.
Biggie.
Biggie coming around the corner and landing that headshot. Lucky to get away, 3 HP.
He's been sensational for his team, you know, this whole on both these maps.
Yeah, we've seen some big plays from him. He hasn't top frag on both maps,
He's not,
but
he's not
he's definitely
heavy, but it's crucial.
yeah, he's made plays when it's needed.
Yeah, the frags, like that pistol round when he was just sitting in the smoke, that's single-handedly won the round for his team. It was just up to them to actually close that round out. You know, picking up those 2 kills was big by him.
They've gone for a boost over in Sim here. Jeezy will have heard him and have heard the scope as well. Could pick up the kill here if Steve is not quick enough to land that shot. Oh no, Steve is going to expose himself here. Trying to spot vent and... the CTs just need to peek him right now. Come on, he's right there, boys.
Jeezy can hear him jumping. Jeezy knows what's coming, but...
I don't think Blank is going to expose himself from white box there. He knows. Oh, he's going to spray them down as they come through mid. And Steve's going to peek out over the top. Not expecting the player under white box, and Jeezy and Blank will chop them in half as they come through mid. Well played by CTs there.
Chris Magnum left to try and recover, but only managing 1 kill there.
Yeah, yeah, that guy will be banned. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Someone will get on that, mate. Don't worry. So, Team Fractic on an eco, and Scout and Steve actually on $0 at the moment. That's not good. If Cypher wins this round, Team Fractic will probably be going home.
Yeah. It looks like it's going to be Cypher's map again. That one single round costing them dearly. They had such a great lead, but although I wouldn't count. Oh, that TV just making them short work of them.
That was a lovely shot.
Biggie again.
Yeah,
So this is a great play. They got the bomb down here. This is what Cypher needed to do. But just they're not being able to capitalize effectively on it. But you know, Chris Magnum going down there.
Yeah, no.
This stage it'll be looking like a GG. I mean, unless they can work a miracle next round.
Counter-terrorists win.
Yeah, they're going to be kind of on a half fire, I guess. They'll probably see a couple of Galils, maybe spreading the guns around. But I know they've chosen for an AK. Or 3 AKs, Tech 9, and I would say Steve would probably be... Oh, he's going to get a Galil.
Yep. Scope with the poor man's AK there. But we're actually seeing the very same scoreline as we saw on the last map. 16, I mean, barring Cypher win this round, of course, but this stage is looking like a 16-9. Oh, they're going back to each other. Making sure we're going to see CT in the corner there, though.
Yeah, good push over mid. Well coordinated there. Jeezy just being caught unawares. And T-side slowing it down once again. They have mid control, but CT is playing 2 either side. It looks like they are rotating 1 back across towards mid. JT just watching the Z connector, making sure they don't flank his teammates at A. And the bomb has actually headed back towards B now. So they have read this quite well with that rotate 1 CT off B, leaving 1 to hold. And if they push now, they can take the site. Willie will find the header reloaded, and they should have this bomb plan if the CTs are not quick enough to rotate. Bomb does go down.
Bomb has been planted.
Nice work from Fractic actually managing to get the bomb down here. So as we say, that JT picking, I think that was through the wall.
Through the wall, yep.
Through checkers walls. So Willie KS not doing the Willie not as effective as it should have been. Willie picking up one though.
I think they actually team flashed flank there
What
as
a
he pushed him to
beautiful
side.
shot. Yeah, that looked like it was a team flash, but the fact that it bounced off heaven and landed just above the ground and popping. So
Yeah,
an ineffective flash causing the team flash there, but Fractic picking up another round nonetheless.
Yes, 10 to 15 at the moment. CT is going for an eco here. And Team Fractic, they're going to have to make something happen now. They need to break Cypher here, otherwise next round it could be all over. They're going super aggressive into mid. They know CT will be eco, and they're going to try and take advantage of that as quickly as possible. Going for a fast execute here. We haven't seen a lot of this, apart from on eco, and to do this with guns, it's a bit of a risk, but it's definitely paying off for them right now.
Making sure work.
Yeah, Steve with that off, and
that was a very nice execute. Just the timings were critical there, and I mean that guy pushing out Squeaky, I think that was Chris Magnum. Yeah, Chris Magnum pushing out Squeaky, leaving the guy in sight to sort of doubt himself with the fact that, you know, where's he going to be shot from, because he could hear the guys coming up highway at a pretty steady pace, but then just hearing that Squeaky door open sort of, you know, puts you in two minds with where to peek or where to try and play. Reloaded. Not quite sure what he's trying to do here. I mean, he's trying to... Wow! Killing Willie with a USP. What a shot.
That's a bit of a slap to the face
there.
there.
Not being able to save the gun though. Chris Magnum going for it.
Yeah, the
Willie
CTs
KS is just... Willie's just not having a fun time. I mean, he's fragging well, but he's dying in the most, you know, unfortunate ways.
Yeah, we saw last map he was set on fire a few times as well. So
yeah, that is true. Yeah,
the unluckiest player of the map, I think. CT's ecoing once again. They want to make sure that they have the best possible chance of winning. JZ trying to land that jump scout in mid. Oh, Steve going aggressive with the AWP, finding JT's sandbags, getting a tag onto the player highway. And T's just knowing that it's CT's right now. And I mean, they can do it on eco, but the gun round is a different story.
They just need to do this super fast take on a gun round, and I mean, I think it will actually catch Cypher off guard. If they win, this next round is very crucial right now.
I have a bad feeling that they're going to slow it down though, and it's going to cost them.
They will. They likely will be playing it. You know, you're right. They will play it in that sense because of the fact they realise, hang on, it's not eco anymore. They'll be watching angles, but if you do the same exact push, these guys will likely be watching angles, you know, expecting the slow play, because that's what you've been giving them. But, you know, changing it up and just spicing things up in that sense does, you know, it does wonders. And I mean, actually, we looked pretty semi-fast there. Scope getting the entry.
Steve for the second, Willie with the third.
That's a 2v4. That's very nice play, you know. That was somewhat quick. It wasn't the usual, you know, set Steve up there and just let him go to work.
This is the same strategy they did on the eco rounds, and it's definitely working for them.
Seabear nearly making short work of that play though, but nonetheless, they should be able to pick up the round here with a bomb plant.
JT is going to try and get this retake.
Oh, that molly,
unfortunately.
That molly still managing to, you know, get Chris Magnum down a lick or two. Nope, and JT electing to save. He knows he hasn't got this.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll risk it right now. Oh, Chris Magnum, how did he land that?
That was a very nice shot from Chris.
This is a bit of a turnaround now. We could be seeing a third map. Team Fractic has brought it back.
That way. They've realised their mistakes. I mean, a little too late to be honest, if you ask me, but nonetheless, they're winning rounds at this stage. And another eco coming out from the CTs here. So the CTs look like they will be sort of playing for that draw. Oh, sorry, the win.
Yeah, they're going to be forced to buy up next round regardless, so... He's executing fast again onto A, and CTs need to change their play to deal with this. They've done a lot of damage to T's.
Beautiful.
But,
this is very nice to see. They're keeping this pace. They realise it's working. They just need to not change anything. And there comes the tactical pause from JT.
Yeah, they're going to be talking about how they can change this up. They're just getting
very,
rolled over.
very crucial. This, I think, will be a fairly lengthy tactical pause. I think probably using the maximum time.
Yeah, both sides all brought up.
Interesting turn of events we've seen.
Yeah, I mean, I would have assumed that the game would have been over at, I think it was 9-14.
Yeah.
But Team Fractic have just clawed rounds back somehow.
I think it's just that realization that they used to have slow play. They know how we play slow. Let's change it up. I mean, you know, and working for them very, very well at this stage. I mean, it's 14-15 now, so, you know, if they go into this and they play this slow, that could actually throw them off. You know, that could throw Cypher off here. But we'll see. We'll see what they do here. I mean, this round is can be very interesting.
He's going for a B this time.
Oh, Seabed.
That's a crucial frag. They need that at the start of the round. And he could get the AWP peek here. Steve just shoulder peeking. Oh, Seabed caking the shot with the volley, doing the rest of the work. Seabed with a second and with a third and holding down B solo at the moment. B side getting demolished. Jeezy pushing in from behind, and that's it. Cypher. Wow. They needed that the last 4 rounds, but they did it this time.
That talk. Amazing what one small break and a discussion with a team that is as you know, high caliber as these guys are can do. So that's GG everyone. 2-0 to Cypher, with the last round going down to 1 round. A 1-round deficit.
Yes, very
I'm not
close.
too sure if Div 2
to a
have
map.
OT or not, but